I'm a pop culture geek.
And I'm a data guru.
Together, we're Data Decoded. Welcome to Data Decoded, where every episode we bring you the coolest data guru we know, Dionna McFatter, founder of Nache, to decode the data and technology behind some of our favorite movies, television shows, and comic books. Dionna, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Michael.
Today, we are going to decode Minority Report, the 2002 Steven Spielberg, Tom Cruise vehicle, loosely based on the 1956 short story, The Minority Report by Philip K. Dick. I don't want to say we're getting a little pattern going, but a little scary in the way technology and data is used in this film to predict the outcome of life, who is going to do something bad, and stopping them before they can do anything about it. It came out at a point in our history as well, too, during the Iraq invasion, that we were preemptively going after people. So it had relevance back then, and it has relevance today. You particularly, I know you and I have talked about this. You have a lot of, like, this movie gets you going for a number of reasons.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And it was the first movie that I saw that kind of brought to life, some of the core concepts, like why I do what I do. And that I want that power kind of harnessed for good, as opposed to it being in the wrong hands. And so, like you were talking about the prediction and just the ability to, based on massive sums of data, right? A database on all of humanity, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
It decides the probability that because of certain markers I have versus ones you have, Michael, that I'm going to do X and you're going to do Y. And Y is bad and X is good. So now we want to get rid of Michael, right? Yeah. So like it's that simple as a concept, which we know we use this kind of reasoning every day in the way that we go about our days. But when you put it in the hands of a giant computer and a huge database that is all of us globally and all the people that came before us, that starts to become really amazingly powerful, but also really potentially dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little scary too, in the sense that you talked about the machine or the algorithm, making these decisions, because we have that in today. If you've seen like The Social Dilemma on Netflix, where algorithms are actually influencing us in our day-to-day life. This obviously takes it a step further in that they use it as a tool to stop crime, but in a way, we're experiencing that right now, correct?
Yeah, we are. There were some big cases, especially in the beginning of kind of this current Black Lives Matter movement, around AI being used and high level statistics to predict if someone was going to do something bad. I actually think it's one of the things that justifies, vigilante killings. Is that, well, most of the time, someone that looks like you is going to do something bad. And so it was okay that I felt a certain way. And so it's really, we are actually already using the core technology that they talk about in Minority Report. Is pretty pervasive right now, in terms of using your behavior, your attitudes, your daily choices that you don't even realize you're sharing just by using your phone or by watching TV. It's even less invasive, as like, what do you watch and where do you spend time on? That data is being used to inform what we think you'll do as a result. And that's powering crime systems, risk management, software for insurance, if you get a credit card or not, if you get into a certain school. It's powering lots of things. So we're already in the prediction part of it. We are actually already living in that, I would argue.
The other aspect to this movie that I think gets us both excited, maybe for lack of a better term, is the recognition part, the facial recognition software. The one thing I think I find funny is it's not just in this movie, but it's in like shows like 24 or, CSI. They'll just clack on the computer, and then all of a sudden it's like, and it's this person, it's Jack Bauer, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it spits it out so fast. I feel like that's not realistic just yet. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Wait, no. That's not good.
Wrong. Yeah, exactly. It is that fast because it's a computer. It's as fast as you doing a Google search.
Yeah.
Think about it. Right. So if it because it's using unique identifiers. So the key to Minority Report is it actually uses the data in your eye, right? And so we all know that our fingerprints are unique, our retina is unique. And so because that's unique, once I've got it, I've got it. And that data is that data. And they even have programmed it to where it can understand like aging and, like what are the normal things that would happen with sort of a natural substance like that. But once that data is there and it's matched to your identifiers, your name, your number, your whatever, it is that quick, like, right? Like what would take it, the network speed, which the government bodies or the powers that be are the ones that are going to have the strongest network speed as well. So it's pretty immediate. It being able to automate an action that happens as a result, that's what's still lagging a little bit, right? So the recognition is really quick, especially if this is the danger of monopolies in the world of data, is because the automated action on the back end, like what they do in Minority Report, which is now I have something happen, is as a result of ubiquity of the data sources. So every database is connected because they're government controlled. So that means that it's the problem with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica is that it knew who I was, what I said, right? It was a single source of data that was connected. So it was very easy to track me, to understand me without me knowing it, without me giving permission. And so that's actually where the unlock is for things like Minority Report is when all the data is connected to each other. And so that happens with things like Meta, that happens with Google. Jeff Bezos just said that Earth will become a separate, like basically luxury destination for people. So how are you going to decide who gets to come to Earth? You're going to use systems like this or a lottery system, right? That based on your data, it decides if you get access to something. And so that's what people are definitely talking about. And even positioning as an idealistic future for us.
What's the solution for the Minority Report tracking and targeting technology?
Ooh, that one's hard. So already they've put humans in these systems. So in the case of like the criminal justice system, where it actually math doesn't give statistics in particular discount outliers. And so humans are the ones that can recognize that this outlier is an outlier, a true one, a real one. Like I wouldn't exist if AI decided if I should exist because I am an outlier, right? I went to a certain school that I shouldn't have gone to. I grew up in a neighborhood I shouldn't have grown up in. I had jobs I shouldn't have had. If you purely looked at my data, I am a Black woman at a certain age. Those things, the probability based on the data is that I wouldn't be where I'm sitting today. So the humans are who said, no, we want this to continue, right? They reiterated it. A machine managing me would have kept me at the same level. So it's having human intervention and it being the blend of us with the AI, us with the data for good. And so that's the only solution for me is that anytime it's ubiquitous and it's all machine, we are on a path to something like Minority Report, where some people might get the short end of the stick, and we know what happens there leads to inequality and unfairness.
Absolutely. This has been today's episode of Minority Report Decoded with Dionna McFatter. Tune in next time for more Data Decoded and a bunch of other great podcasts as well too. Join the movement. Go rogue, roguematter.com. We'll see you guys next time.